Let's get it.
What's up, everybody? Encyclopedia Hip Hop Podcast. Your host, Eclectic. So, you know I'm always doing something. Count down the 50 story rhymes. I got the drafts that I do. It's a lot of stuff going on. So, the new thing I'm going to do called For the Ladies. And what this is going to do is shine some light on some of the women in rhyme, the film C's, as they used to say in the 90s, that a lot of people don't know about or people forgot about, and that I still listen to. So this one, we're going to do Shazzy. A lot of people don't know about Shazzy. Sherry Marsh. Shazzy's from Queens. She was signed to Elektra. She had an album in 1990 called Attitude, Hip Hop Rhapsody. She had Dante Ross, Dante the Scrub, if you listen to De La Soul, this producing the Stimulated Dummies. There a lot of production on there. And that album was crazy. It was real diverse. She talked about drug addiction, gun violence, poverty, abuse, politics. She had some funny shit. This was 1990, and it was all right. I mean, she has people care about the ad-libs and samples. It was wild. The album, Hip Hop Rhapsody, so I forget how many tracks it had. I know that she had The Way It Is.
Another baby cries in the back. His mama's not there. Daddy's hanging out smoking crack, but what does he care? Kelly's in the bed. Her fourth time in labor. 2 kids in a home, and the third they couldn't save her. The family's poor and living on welfare. Will it ever seem to me like anyone does care? If they don't give a damn, nobody else will. Life will go on and they'll be living like that still. But who am I to say what the level of life should be? It's just my opinion that life doesn't have.
Raps is pretty. Yeah, her flow was crazy. It was a different way to give a street perspective. I'll talk. Very 90s. 90s fast rap, a lot of horns. She get busy on that. She had the Heartbreaker joint. The sample was crazy.
I said on him from the start with bad intentions of this and a kiss. I broke his heart. He had an innocent mind and altogether a delicate touch. Me afraid to fall in love with him, yes, much. But he didn't know, so I knew just not to tell him of this. Live my life up by the dozens I was dog and dismissed, and he was one of them. And I regret it. For him to come back to me, please, I could forget it. And at the time I didn't mind, it didn't matter. For me to reach the top, I had 2 legs.
90s girl, you know, had a crush on a guy. Had him, lost him, took him for granted because she was playing the Heartbreaker. It's called Heartbreaker. Then Ode to a Dead Man, another ill sample on there. It was the same sample that I think D-Nice used on Crumbs on the Table, I think.
The wind and took a step out of hell, destroying you and rhyme until the damage is done. I'll disengage your heart from your soul, cause I don't have one. Living by the rules of the world is you're in debt to. Live and let live, it's a lie, cause I don't let you. Speaking through my soul on a whole, I control you. The beat breaks you down to a tear and I console you. Under my wing and time you feel I can be trusted. While Russian roulette I play fully loaded, then I bust it. Praying all the weak, killing the strong cause I'm adapt to. Leaving a mark on my way because I have to. Caught by another.
But she got off on that. That was one of my favorite songs on there, Ode to a Dead Man. Here's The Conquest. She was doing like a freestyle, some fast Big Daddy Kane set it off type shit.
I start rhyming and stop the crowd with the awe of wicked timing. Caught between the eye, the storm, and I'm the master. If I say cry, make the tears come faster. Past the limit of the lyrics that I know. Words that stop the crowd in a stone throw. Who's the one will be a one best guess. The time has come to end the conquest. And end to ends and ends. I mean to stop. When does it end? When the next man drops. Finding the force bringing together by fusion. I seem to be as one, but I'm a fortress in illusion. Breaking the concrete crash and commence the fall. Singular tense once and not a second. Go riding on the edge of my time. My means ahead of me. Challenging the challenge of rhyme. I need instead of me. Torn between the two. Took some time to see the way it is the way it is.
Don't sleep on that one. Don't sleep on Here Ends the Conquest. That Do You Remember joint, funky. I love this album. There's a lot of scratching on the hook. Look, if you got scratching on your hook, I'm probably gonna like it. That whole other stuff I don't really fuck with. But Her voice is perfect for the Do You Remember joint. It's an ode to the classic funk joints. Playing Vain is another one. She just start just rhyming. That was dope. And in 90s true form, you got your shout outs. You got your shout out track, the SD50s groove. Then she had this Holy Mexico joint that was just clips. Get a Job Kids, pretty dope. Playhouse is super dope. Playhouse is probably my favorite song.
With the next man's son, he took the mic and then he told me that I wasn't but an amateur one. And on the mic, I tell ya, I was in the fire. Too hot for the lyric and yet too cold for the desire in me. Yo, you see, to me, dopeness is ability, mine, and I'm inclined to rhyme with my agility. Take whatever I want, make whatever I will, and still I make it and take it and break it down with my skills. He refused to see what I saw in me. I played and played fair until he dissed me. I didn't like that.
Probably my favorite song on the album. You can't not nod your head to that. The beat and flow. Playhouse is a shit. Black is a Nation. Might as well have been on the Public Enemy album. Chuck D would be very proud of Black is a Nation. Believe It So. What else is on there? I don't know. But Chinese Delivery somehow made it on the album. It was 30 seconds, but it was dumb. Then Keep It Flowing. Keep It Flowing she had a video for. It wasn't what it should be, but, you know, it might be my least favorite song. But she had a video for that. But the one that most people that know who Shazzy is knows for Jigga Ho. Jigga Ho is... that's either a first or second video.
That I really didn't want to know marks and shattered horses. You were running like a jigger hoe. You were proud of your life, I don't blame you. But how many times did the girlies inflame you? I saw your face when you were pissing the hot coals. You tried to hide, but you were burning the toilet bowls. And one by one, 3 down and only 2 to go. One's already pregnant, the other one's a silly hoe. I was a fool for the love in my own mind. Trying to see a love in you that I couldn't find. I gave you all and all you did was take. I tried to love, but all your love was fake. And you were faker than a fortune cookie or a fairy tale. More artificial than a leaf press on nail. You played me out like a priest at a peep show. You ran the game, but you were running like a jigger hoe. Jigger hoe. Jigger hoe. Jigger hoe.
That's probably my second favorite song on the album, or second favorite song she's made. Jigga Ho's crazy. I wish she had a whole song. She had a shout outs joint on the second side, side B, because come on, cassette era. On the side B of her joint, I wish she had a whole song using that beat. That was crazy. And she had this dance hall joint that was super dope. It was a dope project. If you get a chance to track it down, Shazzy, Attitude, a hip hop rhapsody. You know, give it a look. And so that's what happened in 90. So then she was working on an album in 1994, Gettysburg Address, but it never came out. It was never released. And it was supposed to have Pete Rockwilder on the fucking production. She did drop the joint that was on there called Pass Another Bag. But when we got to Gettysburg Address, it was something different. Now look, you done heard me play little clips of what was going on in 90 with the Hip Hop Rhapsody, but by the time 94 hit, she might as well have been boss. She scared me. It was so many niggas and body bags. It was a little disarming, but I mean, listen.
I'm labeled sexually misconduct, but who gives a fuck? I'm crazy, I'm flipping, somebody's getting bucked. I'm stuck up, I'm shanked, I'm taking all laid back. The ghetto made me, so this is how I thank the government for making up the ghetto. I get up the neighborhood hoods and the hoodies who's fed up in they Timberland boots and jeans. You broke our roots, so now we breaking spleens. You call up the fed, I crack his head and take his piece. You should know by now, son. No justice, no peace.
But overall, Shazzy super dope. I wanted to give a shout out. I wanted to put a spotlight on Shazzy because she's another woman in rhyme that got busy in the 90s when being a woman on the mic, if you weren't like the top three, if you weren't like Latifah, whoever the fuck, you wasn't gonna pop. And then later on, if you wasn't Fox, Kim, or whoever the fuck, I guess Missy, then you wasn't really gonna pop. But this whole thing I'm doing is gonna be a lot of women you might not have heard of, but since I do the show, you will hear of them, and maybe you'll go back and listen to some of this stuff or follow them on social media and tell them that you heard some shit and you want to give them their props. But that's what I wanted to do. So this was Shazzy. I got a lot more coming, and so stay tuned. If you like them, hit me up, and Twitter and Instagram is the same thing, encyclopedia HH, and I'll say what's up. But in the meantime, in between time, I appreciate you listening. Hip hop. Let's get out of here, Shazzy.
Kick back and spark it, pass it to my brother, then the other and the other. Coughing up the smoke, we pass around and start the gagging. So fucked up that when I walk, my feet are dragging. Bounced off the walls till I broken out of prison. Met my niggas on the block and now we're smoking up the ism. Passing up the bag, rolling up the pipe.